Okay, guys, since I am not here today, I thought that I would provide a series of videos to help guide you through Unit 7 of the Bootstrap world. The goal here is to get through hopefully a good portion of Unit 7 so that we can finish it up on Thursday. And on Friday, we will talk about your final, which will be due at the end of next week. So here we go. The first thing you should do is make sure you have your Unit 7 packet that I handed out to you the other day. And then I also want to make sure that you go to bootstrapworld.org and open up the Unit 7 presentation, which you can do through here. And we will start working when you get to this, start working under the slides here. Okay, so once you have this open, we're going to talk a little bit about Unit 7. I want you to concentrate on page 47 first. Which looks like this. So Unit 7, we're talking about scatter plots, and we have already talked a little bit about it, but just to review, a scatter plot shows the relationship between two quantitative columns. So that means we're dealing with numeric columns of data. Each row in the data set is represented by a point. One column providing the x value and the other providing the y value. The resulting point cloud makes it possible to look for a relationship between these two columns. So if points in a scatter plot appear to follow a pattern, that is called a possible relationship or a correlation. And that would say that those two columns have some form of relationship together. If there is a pattern to the points in a scatter plot, points that are far away from the pattern are called outliers, and we've talked a lot about outliers in this class. One of the ways that we can express this correlation is by drawing a line through the data cloud so that the distance between the line and each of the points is as small as possible. This is called the line of best fit or the predictor function, and it allows us to make predictions of the data set. So now that we have read through the first page of Unit 7, I want you to open up and make sure you're back in the Bootstrap website. And we're going to take a look at some data and see if we can make some predictions. So the statement here states younger animals are cuter and therefore get adopted faster. Do you agree with the statement? Maybe you do. But now that we have some experience asking questions about data sets, you know how to take measures of center. So remember, there are 3 ways we can measure center: mean, median, and mode, and how to visualize both the quantity and distribution of qualitative data and categorical data. So we can visualize that through bar graphs, pie charts, frequency charts, and histograms. We can use what we know to see whether or not we can answer this question. So based on this limited sample, as you are looking at this data, does it look like older animals have to wait longer to find their families? So take a few minutes to look through the whole data set. So I want you to go out to Pirate into your animals data set, and I want you to take a look at it. Could you use any visualizations or measures of center to help answer the question? And once you take a look at that, I want you to write your hypothesis on page 49. So we would go here and we can run our data set for the animals functions. And maybe we want to look at a few things to see whether or not there is a relationship between animals. So we look back here between younger animals and adoption times. So what columns are we concerned with? We're concerned with weeks, and we're concerned with age, right? So we want to go back to our data set and take a look. So we can look at a few things. We can look at median. We can look at the median of our table. Median. And if we want to look at weeks, what's the median weeks or the middle weeks it takes for an animal to get adopted? So it's 4. And then we can also look at age, and that's 3. But really, what is that telling us? We're not really sure, right? We can also look at the mean. Actually, I'll just use my up arrow here and do the same type of data analysis for the age. So we know it's 4.6, and then we can also look for weeks. But the thing is the problem with looking at this data is although we can find out the averages, we really can't tell what they look like together. So once you've run through, I want you to run through means, medians, maybe look at some modes, and then see if you can run a couple charts, some pie charts. So run some pie charts, or you can run some bar charts and get a feel for the data. Once you've done that, I want you to go to page, let's go down here. Page 49, and I want you to write your hypothesis based on the statement, younger animals are cuter, so they get adopted faster, and then talk about what you would look for in the data set to see if you're right. So take a few moments to do that.